Hello, what is up? It's poker time. Oh, I think the volume's a little weird here. That sounds better. All right, let's get this tournament going. Just a little rush, so just gonna get started here. Bear with me. So the first tourney we got going is the 105 Bounty King. And there we got it right here. Fix the layout a bit. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna be regging a bunch of tourneys, all the good ones. Once I get it all set up, update the bankroll, the buy-ins, all that fun stuff, and hopefully a nice winning poker day today. It will take me a minute. Gotta track the buy-in tracker. Get in these tourneys here. I believe there's a big series going on PokerStars as well. That could be fun to get involved in. Oh wow, there's a bunch of 1Ks going on. That's a little too rich for me today. There is a 200 on stars. That one might be interesting. All right, that's that. Let's see what's going on the 888 today. Classic 109 mystery, which I love playing. Get going on that one. And it seems like the special on stars today is actually a 200 Coop championship. So that's a little more than I like to buy in for, but I think given the recent success and the fact that it's got a massive guarantee, I'm gonna get involved. Oh, and the 150 Masters I could late reg as well. Didn't even think about that one. Let's see how many tables we want to get going. So we got 3 going so far. Ooh, pocket 10s in the Bounty King. Okay, we gotta play hands while figuring out this whole reg situation. That's okay. We can multitask. 105, 55, 109. And I'll do the 200 special. And then that'll be 4 tables. All right, interesting board. We want to go quarter pot here on the paired board. We got the 10 of diamonds, which blocks a few draws. I think it's just a really good... We could also check call this board as well. But I'm going to c-bet small. I think it makes sense. He calls. There's not a ton of draws or like worse hands to get value from here, so I think I start check calling here. Try to elicit a bluff. I mean, he obviously has some King X. The ace is a pretty rough turn. I don't think King X checks this turn like ever. So I'm not too afraid of that. I am afraid of a rivered ace. Considering a block, but I'm just not sure what I get value from. Like 9s, 8s, 7s. I think blocking versus worse pairs here is good. Sometimes we get value owned by an ace, but it's good for our range. Like we can get called by a random pair. Hopefully it's not an ace. It is. I mean, we knew the river was bad. What can you do? Like the only other option is what? Check fold? I don't know. That seems too nitty. Block is fine. We set our own price. We're happy to lose 4 bigs there. All right, small loss, not a great start, but we can deal with it. Just gotta... Oh boy, the sizing of this stream. Just trying to get organized here. What else do I reg? Yeah, I think in 5 tables is good for today. So let's hop in the 200, let's hop in the 150, play some high stakes tourneys all around, and then that'll be that. Okay. We are getting organized here. Not gonna hop in the 200 just yet. I'm gonna be 4-tabling for a bit, just because late reg is super long on that one. And I don't want to fire more than 1 bullet, so I can hold off for a bit. Now I'm just gonna update the buy-ins, the bankroll, the tracker, and we should be good to focus. And I keep resizing the tables, that's why the stream keeps getting messed, but we'll get there. All right, and actually, this month, I was up a bit of money. Had a nice live tournament win, had some decent online scores. And with all the buy-ins today, if I buy into that 200, I will be at a $15 profit for the month. So this is a big break even or big profit session today. So let's see what we can do. Okay, tournaments. Let's update this. We have... the 105 Bounty King. We have the 109 Mystery Bounty. We have the 55-50 stack. We have the 150 GG Masters, and it will be the 200 Coop Championship. That's the big one today. Let's give the Coop all caps. It deserves it. All right. Coop is Championship of Online Poker, for those that don't know. Big deal going on today. All right, all regged up. Now I'm just gonna update the tracker. So gonna be a smaller session, unless of course I decide to rebuy, which very well might happen if I experience some bad luck. But currently buy-ins gonna be at $619, so fairly small session for a Sunday. Cash is obviously at 0. We just started. And the bankroll is sitting at a healthy 43,276. All right, let's walk and load. Let's rock and roll is actually what I meant to say. All right, ace 10 off. We're gonna raise. Keep it standard, 2.5. We are in the hijack here. Good spot to raise ace 10. Gonna be, I believe, folding to a 3-bet. Oh, we just take the blinds. Cool. Cool. Oh, and I gotta get these other tables streaming, so we don't just watch me folding in the Bounty King for a while. Oops, that's not what I wanted to show. All right. Duplicate. Let's see. We got the 55. Oh, I may have messed this up. All right, let's raise up ace 10 suited in this 55. We late reg, so not a whole lot of chips to start with, but we're all right here. Good spot to c-bet. We have a very loose player here, so I don't expect to get too many folds, but we got lots of draws we can hit. Yeah, they snap call. I kind of expected that. I think this is the kind of player that just does not fold. So I don't really want to bluff them. Like, we've got a gutter, we've got ace high, which could be good. I'm just going to check here and hope for a good river. It's not really great. Yeah, like, that's always a value bet. If I had to guess, I would say they have like a jack. But I don't think this is the kind of player that when I raise here, they fold a jack. I think they snap it off. So just going to give them credit and fold. Wait for a better spot. All right, so we got the 55. We've got the bounty king. Let's get more going here. 150. Is this one? I actually chipped up in the 150 right away, a little bit above starting stack now. Also super late regging this one, so only 30 bigs, but we are up a bit. And let's get the last one we got going right now, which is the 109 mystery. Cool. All right, interesting spot in the bounty king here. In the big blind with ace 10 off, it goes limp, raise to 3, and then I call, and then the limper calls as well. We flop top pair, top kicker with the ace of spades. I call rivers has some overpairs, but I think a lot of the time we're just super good here. But they bet absolutely massive. That is the biggest c-bet I've ever seen, which makes me think it's an overpair. I think there's a big chance that this is also a worse flop 10. Like, it could be king 10. I'm just very afraid of jacks in this spot. Don't think it makes sense to fold yet, especially when a spade can come as well. An ace could also come at 10. Like, there's lots of stuff. So I am going to peel. It's a really annoying size, but I'm going to peel. We'll see what the turn brings us. There's a spade. This is actually a decent spot to lead, in my opinion. I think I am going to go for a lead. Go 10 bigs on this turn. A fold here would be nice. A call is also fine. We've got tons of equity going to the river. If they, the only shitty thing is if they decide to jam. And then we're in a very tough spot. But I think us leading puts them in a tougher spot than us. They do call. River is, I would say, a brick. The question is, do we try to bluff them off the jacks, the overpairs, or do we just try to get to showdown here and go for some like value? I think either way I want to bet. It's just sizing, right? I think we go like really small, try and get paid by a 10. A 9 maybe. It's a weird spot, man. It's a weird spot. If they call with jacks and we just value owned ourselves again, I mean, is what it is. But I'm hoping for a king 10 call. What do we got? 10-6. Let's go, man. Let's go. What a spot to start off the Bounty King. The lead really got us like a bunch more value there than we normally would have got. Pretty pumped about that hand. All right, feels really nice to like have the first hand that like the first big pot we're playing go our way. Good confidence boost. We got a nice stack here now. Whew. Let the nerves settle a bit. All right, great start in the Bounty King. Let's keep it going. And I believe I'm ready to reg the $200 championship. Let's actually check out the blind levels there. Whoa, that was weird. Okay. Let's see what the structure of this thing is here. Oh, it's already been running an hour and a half. Holy moly, this is a big tourney. Oh, we got a spot in the 109 mystery. Limped pot. We complete in the small blind. Checks around on the flop and we turn trips. Gonna go for some value versus some queen X, some flush draws. But we just take it down. I'm fine with that. Limped pot 4 ways. Like, even though we have trip jacks, taking it down is really nice. Chipping up in every tournament thus far. Actually, that's not true. I'm down in this one and the 55. So ignore me. 150 Masters, raise 10-9 suited UTG and get called. I usually like big bet on this board as a bluff. We do have overs, so I think I am going to go 4 bigs. Hope for a fold, and if we don't get a fold, let's bank a 9 or a 10. Or, you know, an 8 would be a really good bluff card on the turn to rep the overpair. We are repping an overpair here, so that's what we're trying to make them think we have. Hopefully they fold. And if they do not, which they don't, I mean, the issue is a 4 is a pretty rough... It's a rough card to... Oh, this... Alright, I didn't look at my opponent. This player is a calling station. We should not have been bluffing this spot. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, I'm just not gonna bluff it because of specifically who I'm up against. Ugh, they probably have some absolute garbage. Oh, they flop top pair. But like, see, like, look at this. Calling pre with king 7 off and then just... Ugh, it's terrible. Oh, we have 9-10 suited again. Yeah, I think giving up was good versus that player. They are never folding a 7. They're calling everything pre. Like, we just got to get value from those kind of players. What is the tracker? The tracker is just my personal spreadsheet to keep track of my bankroll, my buy-ins, all that good stuff. Got to make sure I keep it up to date. Ooh, flop and trip 10s here in the Masters right after we punt off a bit. So that's always good news. And the good thing about this spot is we have an opponent that hates folding, so we can just start building the pot. Probably could have even found a lead on this board. But here we go. The one big blind is exactly what we want to see. We know they've got garbage, but we also know they're a station. So I'm going to just raise this here to 4 and just try to get it in. I think Alan Shen's good enough to recognize I'm not bluffing here and he'll fold, but Poker Joker might pay us. Oh, he does flat. That could be a flush draw. It also could be a boat. It's not very comfortable. 2 flats. Terrible turn, man. All right, we're checking. I hate that Alan Shen decides the flat because it shows so much strength. Poker Joker I don't care about, but Alan, man. It's tough to see that. Yeah, now he's leading out. Ugh. Ugh. What a gross spot. What a gross spot, man, in the 150. With a gross spot. Like, am I even supposed to call here on this kind of stack? Like, someone's got to have a flush. I'm not afraid of Poker Joker in the slightest. It's whether Alan Shen has a flush. If he has a flush, I want to call. If he has a boat, I want to fold. I think I gotta call this to see one more. All right, absolute worst river in the deck. We're not gonna pay off any further. It sucks that we're down to 10 bigs in the Masters right away. I'm assuming a shove is coming here from Mr. Shen. Yeah, and we can't pay it off. Yeah, he had the nut flush. We're pretty well, what is this? This guy just has queens. Flats queens. I mean, I think we played that hand as well as we possibly could have. I have to call turn because I have outs to a boat versus a flush, and there's so much pot odds to call there. I just have to. And yeah, we got a really bad run out after flopping trip 10s. Like, there's not much else to be said. We're still in the tournament. Could always spin it up, but it is a very rough start in the 150. But not upset about it, because, like, what can we do? What can we do? This is also a freeze out, so there's not going to be not going to be any rebuys here. What a gross spot, man. It's also funny to know, like, in that spot that when Alan Shen calls my raise, he just absolutely has it. Like, there's no hand that he does that with that is not nutted. He is too smart a player to not recognize that in that situation, I am strong. So that as soon as he called, I was like, oh, fuck. This trip 10s is not looking good. All right, we finally regged the 200, so I'm going to get that streaming as well. There it is. $200 stars tournament. Massive prize pool. If we can just cash this one, it would probably end up with a profitable session. All right, let's go to the Masters. Shoving King 9 on the button. 8 bigs. It's an easy jam. Obviously don't want to get called here, but if we do, hopefully live cards. Yeah, we get called. That's rough. It's going to be a very strong aces. Oh, God. All right, king or a 9, please. Stay in the Masters. Oh, a king, a 10 or a 9. Let me peel it. 10 or a 9. Ah, what a rough run in the Masters, man. We get trips into nut flush and make the fold, and then we have to shove king 9 and run into aces. Beautiful. All right, there's $150 down the drain. Gotta love it. Well, we can remove that one off the list. All right, not the best start. We hate busting that freeze out. It's a huge tourney, but that's how it goes. All right, so we're gonna be 4 tabling. Like I said, not looking to do a huge session today. What was this hand in the Masters? What the? Or in the Coop? What just happened? What a cooler. This guy to the right of me has 260 bigs now. What the hell? Jeez. Alright, well, the moral of the story needs to be that we have a good stack in the Bounty King. So let's run with that. And just shake off those rough hands. Oh, we got the walk. That's nice. Starting stack here. Oh, and speaking of hands, pocket queens in the 55. Lowest buy-in of the session, but huge potential. Let's get it in here, please. Slumdog, I believe it likes the 3-bet. I wouldn't mind seeing one here. Nope. We just want to get 3-bet here so we can go all in. Amorcos, you're in the small blind. It goes raise call. Like, this is a great spot to squeeze. There it is. All right, we are in here. Hoping to see pocket jacks or pocket tens. If it's ace king, we're upset, but good luck here. Big spot right at the early stages of this 55. I mean, if we bust 2 tourneys right away, I'll be pretty bummed out, but we take this spot. Good luck. It's what we want. For a big stack, what are we up against? Ace queen, huge spot. Fade the ace. Good start. Show me some diamonds. All right, we pick up, well, it's actually kind of same equity. Show me a spade here. Show me a spade. That's a spade. Let's go, man. Huge spot in the 55 to start. Boom. 55 bigs in the 55. That's what we want. All right, sweet. Oh, what do your color tags represent? Different things, my friend, different things. So, just for example, the orange tag generally means that they're a solid regular player. They play generally well. You know, they mix value with bluffs. They're not a whale. They have a good track record. The blue tag is kind of the opposite. They're also regs, but generally tighter and kind of fishier, not as good. It means they like to fold more. They're a little kind of nitty. Don't play proper strategy. Easy to exploit. The red tag generally means that they are hyper aggressive. Doesn't necessarily mean they're bad if they're a red tag. In fact, a lot of the times it means they're like crushers. It just means they're very, very aggressive and will generally take the more aggressive line. And there are some other tags. The teal tag means they're a reg, but in my opinion, a little on the tighter side. And the purple tag, which is the ultimate tag, means they are a fish, a whale. They do not fold. They like to get it in light. They like to overvalue their hands, and those are the ones we value bet. So there we go. Yeah, feeling pretty good today. Not feeling too many nerves. I mean, we just busted a $150 tournament, and I'm not really sweating it. How does this site work? You're gonna have to be a little more specific there. Not quite sure what you're referring to. All right, so session update. We entered 5 buy-ins today, busted the 150 pretty quickly in honestly unavoidable circumstances. And we doubled up in the 55. Well, almost a double up. 1.5x starting stack. And we got a decent stack in the 105 Bounty King as well. And we have aces in the 109 mystery. You heard me correctly. Oh no, that was a huge mistake. I did not realize that this was a limp. I thought that it was the big blind. And I would have raised more if I knew that. So now we may just play a stupidly bloated multi-way pot with aces, which is gonna suck. I really hope someone re-raises here. I really hope UTG is like limp jamming this. Nah, that makes me angry that I just min raise. Misclick. But it does just go call, call, call. And now we're in a predicament here. Alright. I think there's just so much to get value from here. Like any jack, any king, so much. So I'm gonna bet small here. We do get one fold. Now we're in position, which is very nice. Oh, we just get all the folds. Alright. Fine with it. Hey, I see Hebrew letters in the chat. I do not speak Hebrew, so I'm gonna do some Google Translate here. The people of Israel live. Hell yes, brother. Love to see it. Am Yisrael Chai. Now let's win some poker money. Alright, we got a call here. Pot odds are insane. But not a good board. Just the 2x pot rip. And snapped. By a 9? Yo, actually, what is happening? 888 never ceases to amaze me. Dude just snap calls 2x over pot bet with second pair. Insane behavior. Hey, 4-7's your favorite hand. Nice. Mine is Jack 9, if it wasn't already known. Always nice to have a favorite hand. Let's limp in here with the ace deuce if we're given the option. Ooh, flop an ace. Easy check. We don't want to give away the strength of our hand here. And when they limp, they shouldn't have too much ace X. So I'm gonna call. We got a backdoor straight draw as well. And that is part of the backdoor straight draw. Gonna check call again. Small bet again makes me think that they have an 8 here. So I'm really not concerned. I think my play here is to call, and then depending on how scary the river is, I'm either going to lead for value or check. I think on this one, the issue is they could have just rivered. It actually is a decently scary river because trip threes and flushes just got there. Weird spot. But I think we go for the block against the ace again, against the 8 again. Block it, get paid by an 8, fold to the raise. It's a good play on this river. And we get the fold. Fair enough. Hey, Nick, appreciate the support, man. Love to hear you're enjoying the vids. How can you start streaming on YouTube? You just gotta start, man. It's easy. I use OBS Studio to stream. Create a YouTube account and you're off to the races. All you gotta do is play some entertaining poker, you know? All right, we got pocket nines in the 55 here. This is a jam, just easy. Steven 222, very good player. We give him the orange tag. We jam nines in his face versus button range. And he snaps. That is scary. He has aces. Holy shit, man. Give me an 8 or a 9. Wow. What a fucking cooler button versus big blind. For 30 bigs. Ah, nice hand. Like, not getting away from that, that's for sure. I could have played like weak and defended, but it's not a good play. Shoving is way better. Okay, cool. Love getting coolered. Yeah, I'm happy to see that the chat is helping out with some of the questions here, because it's hard to focus and respond. But yeah, playing on GG, PokerStars, 8 today. Try to play on a bunch of different sites, because there's lots of different good spots. Oh, we have a, speaking of good spots, $200 championship. We have 2 pair on a pretty clean board multi-way. It went raise call. I called Jack 8 suited in the button, which I think is fine. And it checked around on the flop and has now checked to me on the turn. I mean, unless this is a super slow played set, I've got to be good here. So it's time for a value bet. This is the biggest tournament of the session if this one goes well. Oh, we do just take it down. Just fine. Back to a starting stack pretty much. Really rough situation in the 55, man. We double up with queens and immediately get nines into aces and give away the majority of our stack. That's how the game goes, though. All right, there's a reg here. Raising. I'm gonna call Jack 8 suited here. In position. Not the board that we want to see. Interesting that they both check, but without any diamonds here, I'm not gonna get a lot of folds, so I'm gonna check this. Oh, we're already on the first break here. Yeah, that's scary. Okay. All right. We doing okay. We got a couple stacks. And yeah, BRB in 5 minutes. Gonna try to get a nice little video playing here. I'm definitely new to the YouTube streaming, so trying to work this out. What? That didn't work. Okay. Be right back. Enjoy the vid. Hello, hello. We back. Could you not play higher binds for bankroll? I could. I definitely could. The reason I don't is because, well, there's two reasons. One is that I it's hard to keep up with these comments. Funny. Yeah, one reason I don't play higher buy-ins is because I'm not a professional player. Like, I'm not a full-time professional. This is my hobby. I work full-time, so I don't want to really break the bank here. And I like being conservative. I like playing poker a lot. Like, I love it. I want to keep playing. If I, like, give myself 50 tournament buy-ins and start playing 1Ks all the time, and, like, $500 buy-ins, like, there's a very good chance I just, A, run bad, and also, like, I'm not really good enough at this point to be competing with the best. So, yeah, I like to have a very big safety net in my poker buy-in so that I can keep playing, because I love it. I want to keep it going. So I hope that answers the question. As for that 9-9 shove, very standard. Definitely could call, like, you're not wrong. You could call, but if you think about the equity you realize by shoving there versus the button range of raising hands, it's better to jam. Because you have fold equity, right? So if, let's say he's raising like ace-5 on the button, which is definitely in the raising range, and then I jam, he's folding. Let's say he's raising king-jack and I jam, which is a flip pre-flop, he's folding. So you got a bunch of fold equity, that's one. And you can just take down the blinds pre. And the other reason is when we do get called, a lot of the time it's ace-king, ace-queen, ace-jack, king-queen suited, which we're flipping. Which is also, like, good equity for us. So there's two situations where we got blinds from the fold equity, we get them with a flip for a big pot, which is great. And, like, a very small portion of the time, he has aces, kings, queens, tens, jacks, and we lose to those. But that is a very small portion of the range. And the whole rest of the range, apart from tens plus, we're crushing. So jamming pre there is definitely a good play. It just didn't work out. He had aces, top of range. What can you do? All right. It unfortunately means this time that we're down to 15 bigs, but can work with it. Speaking of hands, we got pocket queens here in the Bounty King. And Pelican is raising, who I believe is somewhat of a loose player. Let's give him the 3-bet in position here. Sitting a bit above a starting stack here in the Bounty King. He does find the call. We're going big bet on this board. We don't have a club. It's a low board. We want protection. Not going to be folding. If you flop the set eights, you flop the set eights. I don't think he has a set eights. He's got a lot of draws here. Still value betting. He does find the call and checks river. This is tough. What do we get paid by on this river? What do we get paid by? We got less than pot behind. He's gonna have a lot of missed draws. Maybe pocket 10s. Ugh, I just don't know when I get pocket jacks specifically. Pocket 9s. Like, do I just jam this in? Such a weird spot. Alright, I think I go for it and rebuy if this don't work out. We gotta go for the big stack, guys. He snaps. He had the 8. Oh, I almost checked river, man. I almost checked river. That's so gross. Ugh. Alright, let's re-enter. Christ. That annoyed me. Alright, I also busted the 55, correctly called blind versus blind and lost, got sucked out. So we're on second bullet of the Bounty King and the second bullet of the 55. Damn, man. Almost checked the river. So close. Alright, let's see if this premium pair goes better. Pocket Kings in the 109. Gonna update the bankroll and the buy-ins in a sec. He does call. More 8s? Come on, man. Don't... We gotta bet really small on this board. Even without the spade, it's just gotta be a small bet. Gets the call. Well, now that's a very welcome turn, because now I have a full house. And I mean, if I'm losing the quads here, God help me. I'm just gonna keep going small bet, try and get max value. This is a reg, roll the bones, so I think he knows once I bet turn I have it, which is fair. But I think I still have to take that bet spot. All right, nice. Nice chip up. We're chipping up nicely in the 109. All right, so total buy-ins is 779, which puts the bankroll at 43,116. Not gonna drop below 43k today. We are going to keep it there. So I'll fire one more rebuy in like the Bounty King or like the 109 or whatever if we bust one of these tourneys, but that'll be the cap for the session. So we'll keep it below 900 bucks and try to get a big score. Man, I'm honestly pretty tilted about that Queen's hand, the Bounty King. Like, I feel like the old me snap checks the river. The more aggressive person I'm trying to become goes for max value. Like, I'm trying to get called by like ace high 9s and 10s there. It's just, it's pretty thin. Pretty thin. I like the turn bet when the 8 comes. Like, I don't think that's a punt, but on the river, maybe I find a check. So we don't have to waste 100 bucks of our hard-earned money. Oh, that is the wrong window to be showing. Boom. Pocket aces in the 55. Second bullet. This hand's gotta do something for us, right? Unfortunate, we have to be raising it under the gun, which is our strongest range, and we're at the very top of it. But not too unfortunate when you flop nut flush draw. Overpaired nut flush draw, never folding this board, so I'm happy to put a small bet here. Just try to get value from a queen, or a worse heart. Lots to get value from on this board. But they fold, and we would have turned the nuts. Alrighty. Mm-hmm. And yeah, another reason why I keep my buy-ins like super small compared to my bankroll is because downswings happen, and I like them to not hurt so much. I literally went on a 15k downswing playing these buy-ins, which obviously is like I was playing pretty bad, and I have brought it back up since. But man, it sucks when you're on a downswing and just running bad, and it's nice to not lose too much. All right, 109 mystery, king queen UTG, gonna be raising it. You raise king queen from any position. Ooh, call and then a big 3-bet. I am not going to be calling that. Especially not with the offsuit combo. Can I get a walk? No. Not even worth defending for one big. Alright, interesting here in the 55. This is a super tight player raising. I want to play this hand. I just don't know if I want to be 3-betting small. I do think I'm going to put this in the bluff range pre-flop. And going to be priced in versus True Goat if they end up jamming. And I believe this player as well. But should get folds a lot of the time. And if they jam, like, what sucks, we lose 5.5, but we fold. Yeah, we just get a fold. It's huge. It's a huge play with the suited ace. Boom, baby. 3-bet bluffing. No fucks given. Pocket fours. I think I'm folding this. Not a lot of potential to flop sets. When we do call these all-ins, we're guaranteed flipping or behind. It's just not a good spot to play. It was like sixes. I think that's the line when I want to raise call off. But not fours. What's interesting to note in the ace-2 3-bet there is the 3-bet was very small, and I still got snap folds from everybody, and that's because of the stacks that we have at this table. There were two very short shoving stacks. The opener was 20 bigs. Like, you do not need to bluff massive there as a 3-bet. You can go pretty small size and just garner a bunch of folds. All right, this may be the biggest spot of the session thus far. Pocket queens in the 200 Coop Championship. The special championship, and it starts with a UTG open. On 30 bigs, I'm never folding, even in this configuration. But this is a very easy 3-bet get in. $200 buy-in here. Let us hope for the best. If they jam, it's kind of sick, because it's going to be minimum ace-queen. But we gotta go with this hand. It could be jacks. Very easily, it could be jacks. Or, king on the flop is annoying. They definitely have a lot of king X in their range. They do have things like ace jack, ace queen, ace 10, pocket 10s. They're leading though. Oh god, man. How do you lead this board? Would they ever lead flush draws? I mean, we unblock the flush draws. I'm gonna be peeling here. Yeah, and they're just jamming turn. Oh, this is such a sick spot, man. It is two things. It's either king X or it's a flush draw. Those are the only two options we have here. King X or flush draw. And this is my line of thinking here. We have pocket queens, no diamond. So we unblock flush draws. And we have pocket queens, which means we block some king X combos like king queen. Double block king queen. Ace king is not a thing. They're 4-bet jamming pre. So they would have to have king jack. Like, I think this is just such a clear call, man. And they're gonna show up with diamonds and suck out sometimes. They're gonna show up with king jack or king queen sometimes and get us, but I am calling. Good luck, man. I really hope we're good here. 9. Oh, we flopped the set. Oh my god, that's so gross. It is a mandatory call spot, man. Well, we're out of the 200. Ah, not a great start. Not a great start. All right, but we got some spots here for some fun. We're calling here ace jack. Button versus big blind. Queen 8 is so ridiculous to shove there. Looking good here in the 55. Yeah, we're good here. All right, let's go to the bounty king where we have flopped a set on the button. Gonna be betting here. 3 bigs for pocket 3s. Damn, busted the 200, man. Pocket queens against 9s and they flop a set. And they let out with the set too, which is just so disgusting. Jam the turn. Gross, man. So gross. I'm happy that we got a call here in the bounty king when we flop bottom set. Gonna be going for a lot more value on this turn. Definitely like going really large. They're gonna have a lot of flush draws that we don't want seeing the river. But the finesse here is setting up the river jam, right? So there's 15 in the middle. We've got 40. So if we bet about 15, that would, or about like 10, that'll put what, 35 in the middle with like 30 behind. That's pretty good. That's what we want. So we're gonna go 10 bigs. And look to jam the river. They put it in. We're not folding. Let's hope it's not set over set. It is a combo draw. We got a hold here, man. No heart, no 4. It's not a heart. Let's go. Let's go. That's a spot. That is a spot, man. Boom. And just like that, we have a large stack in the Bounty King. Boom. All right, back to the 55. Flatted pocket 10s versus UTG range. Goes bet call on the flop and they check turn. I'm definitely value betting this. Gonna go somewhat sizable, and unless an 8 or a 10 comes, or an offsuit 10 on the river, I will be checking back. But I think there's a good value bet. And yeah. We get paid by flush draws, but don't matter. We good. And notice the teal tag means they're tight, which means the protection bet there, I'm not concerned whatsoever of being shoved on by worse as a bluff. So yeah. Alright, it seems like the tournaments where I fired my second bullet are actually going really well. And like, this is the other flip side of the teal tag. Like, they're 3-betting out of the big blind here. This is specifically aces and kings and nothing else. So the easiest fold ever. Trevor Manning. It's kind of upsetting that your name is Trevor Manning and not Bomb Diffuser. But you're right. I should have been more GTO and playing the 10-3 offsuit. He's always right, man. He's always right. Oh, 109 mystery. What a crazy spot. We have completed the small from a button limp and flop 2 pair. Going to be going for the check raise. I'm hoping Wally decides to put some money and he doesn't. I have to lead this turn now. We're gonna get paid by clubs and a 4 and like lots of pairs, so I like going big. Just no value. I'm just gonna resize the tables here a bit. We are down to 3 tables fairly early into the session, but sometimes that's how it goes. I honestly am very happy with that pocket queens call on the 200. I don't think there was any other way to play that. 3-bet size was fine. The flop call, like, mandatory, and then when they jam turn, there's just too many draws. Too many draws. And not enough king X. Like, that's the thing. Obviously, like, pocket 9s, I didn't even consider they have a flop set, but, like, crazy way to play a flop set, too. Just immediately leading out. Yeah, I don't know. All right, we have 2x starting stack in the Bounty King. We have 2x starting stack in the 55. And we fired 2 bullets into both of those, so pretty well realizing our equity at this point. Like 1.5x in the mystery bounty. Look, wait, what is this? 9-2 suited all in? This guy needs to get the ultimate whale tag. What is this? This is also the guy that jammed when we had the flop set. I mean, he did have a combo draw. It's not a terrible jam. But this, I don't know what this is. What was the... I gotta check out what the action was here. So it looks like it was a raise, a call, a jam, and oh, he only had 9 bigs, but still, what's he doing with 9-2 suited, man? Ridiculous, just ridiculous. Also was a big day today for the channel. Hit 4,000 subscribers. Crazy, man. I remember when I first started uploading YouTube videos, it was literally just because I wanted a place to store my session highlights. And then was getting some views, so I kept doing it. And then I was like, oh, it'd be so cool if I hit 1,000 subscribers, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that. And now we're at 4,000. So the dream, the poker dream remains alive. Road to 10k subs, guys. Road to 10k. That is the goal. At 10k subs, I'm going to be doing something like epic. I don't know what, but rest assured. And all of the people that have been watching since the beginning, I have saved the usernames. I know who you are. You'll be getting something special if this channel really blows up. Because you gotta reward the long-term patriots. You guys are the lifeblood of my poker journey. One of which, the good Sir Trevor Manning. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about that pocket queen's hand in the 200. Because I'm fine with how I played it, but I'm sure there's a lot of professionals that would tell me I punted. Most of the time I'm too nitty for the YouTube community, and other times I'm just punting. It's impossible to make the right play. Alright, interesting here. Raise call. We're definitely calling here with ace-8 suited. Don't want to be 3-betting off this stack. And this flop's fine. We're getting good pot odds. So let's call. And it's very dry. Do have backdoor draw. Check, check, though. I don't think this turn is the one I want to bet. I think checking makes a lot more sense. Hopefully this just checks around again. Yeah. Ace high might be good. I don't think betting makes any sense, though. We're just not getting better to fold, and we're not getting called by worse. If it checks around and ace high is good, that is what we want. 2 bigs, man. What is that? Ugh. There's just so much you could be doing this with, like a 9, a deuce, a rivered flush. I don't think he could even be having a better ace high. Pocket 5s. It's just I can't be heroing here. Oh my god, it was. Oh my god, and this guy heroed with ace high. What was that hand? Man, check it around and I get a piece of that. Jeez. Not pleased with that. The 2 big blinds forced me off a chop. But we're in a very nice situation here. Easy all-in pre-flop. Oh, I was hoping the button raise came in, but it doesn't. Well, this is a raise call blind versus blind. Let's raise it up and call a jam. Nope, just get the fold. Definitely wouldn't mind getting like a cash today. I'm not going to be devastated if I get a big donut and lose 780 bucks, but you know, we've got a couple stacks and a couple tournaments. Let's try to convert at least one of them. All right, pocket sixes here in the mystery. Gonna be flatting the UTG open. It's Brad G. Appreciate the support there. It's always tough when you're in a spot like that where it's like so much equity, such a huge buy-in, and you make the marginal call and you're wrong. So nice to get some reassurance it wasn't a complete punt. Let's just flop a 6 here one time. Oh, ugh. Not gonna get to. Not gonna get to. All right, let's go over the Bounty King. Raised ace jack from the cutoff. Defends the big blind. Easy spot to c-bet. We got backdoor straight 2 overs. Dry board. And we take it down. Very nice. Yeah, not looking to rebuy anything right now, so I do kind of have $100 I'm willing to enter. Maybe there's one more attorney I can get involved with here. Oh, I totally forgot the Colossus. The bracelet event is tomorrow. Could try to Sadie into that. What else we got going on here? Oh, there's a nice $25 one on stars I could do. Just hard. 3 tables is just like, just not quite enough poker for me. I need like 4. Which is why playing live poker for me is so, like, it's so tough. The hands move slower. You're playing one tournament. Like, it's just, ugh. You gotta sit there bored for hours waiting for like your one spot where you flop a set and pray that you get action. Yeah, live poker's hard. I love playing live poker, but once you've played online for as long as I have, it does get tedious. That's why what I like to do is I always like to make the buy-ins for live poker a lot bigger. So like my average buy-in online is like $100. Live, it would probably be like $300. And I'll enter a 1K live tourney. All right, what are we entering here? What is it? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do I'm gonna like really late reg this $25 on stars. Couple grand up top. Why not? Not gonna bother like streaming it. Got like 20 bigs, super late reg, so I'm just gonna, if it goes the distance, we'll get it up here. Now I got 4 tables, I'm happier. And I busted the 25. All in pre 9s versus 2s. Flopped a 2. This is a fun day so far. Okay, I've got a very strange spot in the 109. So it went limp, min raise. I defended the big blind, and now the min raiser is betting half pot. I'm gonna call with top pair, but this is showing a lot of strength, and it's definitely concerning me. I think I'm folding if they rip this. 3 again. We gotta call another 3 blinds. Show me a 9 on this river. 6 is decent. I'm just concerned I'm up against a better Jack X, but like, how do I fold this? All right, show me what you got. I'm hoping this is like pocket 8s and not a Jack. Ace Jack. Like, what are you gonna do? Man, such a weird spot. I knew like I knew it was value. I was hoping it was kind of weaker value. Damn, unfortunate chip down in the 109. What am I gonna do? Fold for 3 bigs on every street? Ooh. Hold up. We gotta resize this because I flopped a set in the 55. Set has been flopped, and it's a very dry board, so it is a call spot in position, especially on this stack size. Ooh, 2 calls come in. Very clean turn. There's not going to be any 3-5 out there. So the question is, am I continuing the slow play, or do I try to get this in now? Play only my nuts is having a tough time. I think in this spot, it's just, I gotta continue the slow play. He's repping, like, so heavily ace X here. If you got aces or kings, like, I'm going broke. So, you could have ace king that we're just coolering. We want to keep those flush draws that they're betting in so that they can potentially find a bluff on the river. All right, I call. Wow, what the heck? This guy calls too. Part of the reason I wanted to flat was to keep this range in. But now I'm kind of sick. If someone has a 5, I'll be really sick. Never folding the river, obviously. Just praying no one has like ace 5 here. That would be so sick. JMH donk jams. Oh man, what are these spots? How am I getting into these spots, man? Like, he's gonna have a ace 5 here. And the call? What? What? Dude, what? I mean, this guy could have a set of aces too. What a gross spot. I'm not folding the 12 bigs. Ugh, man, this session, man. Let's pray we're somehow good here versus like 2 pairs and top pairs, but I can't see how I'm good here. The pot odds are just too good to fold. Ace 5. What did I say? Ace 5. And this guy is ace queen and he calls? Oh, so gross. He's not folding turn anyway. I'm gonna get cooled off no matter what there. What a gross run out. Jesus Christ. Alright, 2 bullets of the 55 are gone. We got 2 tourneys left. Bro, what was that? What was that river? Like, honestly. If I jam turn, by the way, the ace 5 suited calls and I lose. It's the same result. So it doesn't matter how I play that hand. I'm just out. It's just annoying. Unfortunately, it's looking like a losing session at the moment. Oh, we got a walk with 8-3 offsuit in the Bounty King. That's nice. Ugh, but now I only have 2 tables going, and I don't want to buy in anymore. But I do want a deep run in the Bounty King. An ace queen on the button is generally pretty good. Build a shed. Tight reg, it looks like. So gonna come in with the 3 bet. If we get 4 bet, we just fold. Do get the call. Gotta c-bet this board for sure. Third pot. Again, no spade. Kind of sucks. Jack high kind of sucks, but we got 2 overs. We got the range advantage. So let's bet. Finds a call, and it's a tough turn to see. Gonna have to check this one back. And folding to a river bet. Hoping they just have, like... What could they possibly have here that we beat? Like, nothing. Ace 10 with the ace of spades. Ace jack. That makes sense. Oh. The tough session. These kinds of sessions happen, which is another reason why I like keeping the buy-in small. This goddamn I hate losing. Alright, sitting on 8.5, ace 4 off is a turbo shove in the 109 mystery. Good luck. And we get the folds, it's good. Just all in our fold here in the 109, so should be interesting. Yeah, with that pocket fours hand, I'm honestly shocked that ace queen found a hero call on the river there. I think calling there with ace queen is a terrible call. I even think calling with my set of fours was like I said, like I knew ace 5 was out there. I knew like it was more likely than not that I'm losing the hand. It's just like I had 10 bigs behind and there was 50 in the middle. So for the slim chance that I am good with the fours, I have to call. But putting 20 bigs in with ace queen there, ugh, brutal. Obviously that hand goes a lot different if I raise flop, but raising flop would have been a mistake. Ace 10, that's an all-in my books. Even versus an open, I'm on 10 bigs. Positions aren't great, but I am not folding here. Good luck for the double up in the 109. Getting all folds from everyone else is very good. Can get called by worse here. Can also get called by a flip or the same hand. Ace 10 should really be like the bottom of their calling range here in terms of like non-pairs. But that's fine. Chop it up, get a little bit of life. Definitely still potential in this 109, not counting it out yet. Got $200 tournaments in play, which means I've already lost $500 today. Just pretty crazy. Yeah, a $200 bullet, two $55 bullets, a $25 bullet. And also a bullet in the 105 that I busted. So actually, I don't think I updated the bankroll. Yeah, we're at 804 buy-ins. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it there. Also, I feel like there's some times where I'm just like, you know, I'm not feeling like a huge session. I'm just not in the mindset. Feeling good, but not feeling like a killer right now. So I'll try to spin these two tables up, try to keep it entertaining, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, bankroll's 43.91. The amount of time I was sitting at like a 33k bankroll, 43k is really nice to see. And know what else is nice to see? Pocket kings. Somebody raise me. Again, like I have to play this hand from UTG. It's so annoying. I wish I had it in a different position. But raise call could invite some 3-bets. Raise call could invite a 3-bet jam from the big blind. Come on, do it. Do it. Shove. Damn. All right, checking this board where I'm going to be checking this board with my whole range. We're just so incredibly multi-way. And it's incredibly dry. Like we lose the sets and we crush everything else, so let's get some deception going here. And I think the way I like to play this is if Build a Shed wants to bet and it goes fold, I will call. If he were to call, I'll raise for some protection, but I don't really need that much protection with kings here. An ace could come, sure, but I'm just getting tons of value here from bluffs and from pairs. It's a really good turn. Doesn't complete any draws, like 6-8 or 6-4 suited, I guess. My range looks pretty weak here too. Like they're not gonna put me on kings. The question is, what do I put them on? Oh, I'm rivering top set. What the heck? So they bet flop, check back turn. And I river essentially the nuts. I think big bet's the only thing that makes sense. And I just have to try and get paid from, like they may have had like Jack 10 suited that they're bluffing. Try to get paid by a 7, I guess. I don't know. Maybe set over set. That would be really cool. Last hand before break. Let's see if we can get paid here. Do I actually have the nuts? There's no straights out there, right? I think I do have the nuts, yeah. I have the nuts on the river. Let's get paid. Ripper in. Have pocket 7s and ripper in. Come on, you've got to think I'm full of shit here. Called. Let's go. Pocket 10s. Let's go. We got hero called on the river. Love it. Love it. Obviously, I think if I check raise flop, I get more value, but we played it fine. All right, cool. 60k, 73 bigs in the Bounty King. Good stuff. All right, be back in 5 minutes. Try to spin this one all the way to the FT. Alright, we're back. Defending 6-5 suited versus button open and check folding the flop. Really big spot with pocket kings there in the Bounty King. Love to get value there on that river. It is currently 9 p.m. I am on the Eastern time zone. Toronto, Canada, baby. Brad G, my man. Lighting up the chat, I love it. So it seems like the Bounty King is our potential for today. Over 2x starting stack. No bounties yet, but lots to work with here. Guy VC3 has quite a lot of chips. Would love to know how they got them. But unfortunately, they just joined our table with 150 blinds. Min cash for the Bounty King will be $139. So where do we need to be profitable today? If we make the final table plus bounties, definitely be in profit land today. So let's just do it. Let's make an FT. Alright, all in the 109 mystery. Ace 4 suited, getting called by 6s. It's not the hand we want to see, but we have some suck out potential. No. GG in the 109. Nothing to be done here. Alright, that is it for that. One table remains in the session. One table remains. VC3 is just scooping every hand here. Also good to know, he snap called a 30 big blind shove, or a 20 big blind shove with pocket fives, which is, I would say, usually a fold. Alright. Just gonna make this one full screen for my own pleasure. And alright, we are single tabling on Sunday night. That's just how it goes sometimes. You run bad, and you're left with one table. Definitely thought I would have at least like 2 runs today. But the poker gods had something else in mind. Pocket sevens, UTG. We get a flat from a very tight player. And it's an interesting board. We have a gutter and an under pair. I think I should start with a check here a lot of the time. It's just very connected. Their flatting range is going to smash this a lot. I'm going to start with a check. Such a weird spot, because like, yeah, we got the gutter backdoor flush, but like when the 9 comes in, we lose to any queen X. Kind of want to make a nitty check fold here. Like they could be bluffing with 9x, but like how long can I hang on with 7s? Just don't think it's the spot for me. $2.5x. Okay. And I'll wait fold. He has been making light calls for bounties. Is he gonna do another? Definitely thinking about it. No. All right, blind versus blind with the suited king. I want to be raising here. I don't think they're ever going to be 3-bet bluffing, so it's fine to raise fold this spot. But they call. Weird board. I'm either big betting or checking. I think I'll go big bet. I think I'll go 4 blinds. They should whiff a lot, and we just take this down. Some good turn cards, like a 6. Like a 6. I'm either like blasting this turn or check calling. They're just not gonna have, like, they have some straights, I guess. Some pairs. Alright, I think we blast turn. Hope for the fold, and if they call, like, you know, we can river a king, a 2, or a 7. It's not the worst. Gotta be super aggressive in these blind versus blind spots. I'm kind of repping like a set here. Yeah, we just get the fold. It's huge, and he is suspicious, but not suspicious enough. No siree, Bob. Great pickup there. Those are definitely the kind of spots I've been trying to find more. Just taking the aggressive line as a bluff when you know they have a lot of like marginal showdown. Obviously, if I thought he had a set there a lot of the time, or like a straight, I would not be blasting, but I think there's just so often he's got like a pair of 5s or a pair of 8s. Or like maybe a 4 that can't pay off to see the river. It's just a great spot to bluff. And we get it through, so that's good. Massive flip here. And the ace king is gonna win. Gross. Gonna be opening this if it folds to me, otherwise it gets sent to the muck. Yes, agreed, Albert. It is a rough session at the moment. But rough sessions can always turn around. Alright, just over an hour until late reg is over. And then this will get exciting. 46 players get paid. We are in 66th place. With 3K up top, plus all the bounties. Could be very lucrative. I know that one table poker isn't the most exciting for the viewing experience, but man, I'm here for it. So if you guys want to stay and watch and chill, I'm more than happy about that. Because let me tell you, if I can final table this, it will get exciting. It will also be like 2 in the morning, but it will be exciting. Ooh. That's tough for the pocket sevens. Thank you. So BM, man, to say thank you after you suck out. I always give the so sick emoji. I feel like that's fair. Ace 8. It's an open, but it is a muck otherwise. Wow. Paying that river off with just weak top pair seems pretty loose. Nice chill Sunday evening. Unfortunately, for those of us that gotta go to work tomorrow, that's how it goes. It's always like it's not a big deal, like getting a shit run on a Sunday, because at least I get to go to bed early and not be exhausted for work the next day. I'll tell you what would be the worst situation is if I final table bubble this tournament, which means I don't have a profitable session and I'm exhausted the next day for no reason. Yeah, that would suck. All right, 10-8 suited. Definitely in the raising range here from the low jack. Don't want to get jammed on, and we fade it. That's good. Jamaica, if we can fade the jam from Jamaica, we're in a great spot. And we just get blinds. Oh, come on. Call and show me that board one time. Alright, cool. Preserving the chip stack. Slowly but surely building it up. Tied for third in chips at this table. All it takes is one big hand to skyrocket to the chip lead. The unfortunate thing right now is that my VPIP is 15, which makes it look like you wonder why I raise 10-8 suited and it goes full. They see a 15 VPIP and think I'm just raising the nuts. So, yeah, not great because it prevents us from getting value. But it really hasn't been much I've been able to do. Like, almost every hand that I haven't played has just been an auto fold. I mean, I got aggressive with the King 4 suited blind versus blind. What more can you ask for me? Oh, sevens versus tens. Oh, if sevens wins this, that's a 0.3 big blind bounty available. Could be a spicy next hand. Yeah, sevens do get the suck out here. And this might get disgusting if we get dealt something really good. Ace King! What a time to get Ace King! He's in here. Sky Yasser, you gotta be in. Yeah, okay. This is like, here we go, guys. You want to see some exciting action? This is it. $25 on the line, and we have Ace King offsuit, the ultimate jam hand. I think I am just ripping this. It's kind of crazy, but like, what am I gonna 3-bet to if I'm not going all in here? Like 2, 4, 6, 7. Like, I gotta go to like 10, 11-ish. Actually, you should go even bigger, like 13, 14. Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine to go all in here, especially with the bounty on the line. So let's just do it. Good luck. If some guy folds, we're happy. All right. Yeah, all right, smaller pot than if we probably 3-bet, but we're all in. We win the side, and we're hunting a bounty with lots of equity. Fading a lot of outs to get this 25 bucks, though. And we do fade it. Nice stuff. $25 and a little bit of a chip up. Very nice. Now, obviously, looking at the flop and the results, if I 3-bet, maybe I get paid by some calls looking to hunt, and then I flop an ace and get more money, but I think, especially with the offsuit combo of Ace King, jamming 50 bigs there is totally fine. All right, calling versus a tight open on the button with Jack 10 suited. And that's not our board. But hey, we got 25 bucks back. That is some money in the bank. It means it is not a donut session. $25. Line structure actually isn't terrible in this tournament. Like, it moves along. It does take a long time to finish this tourney, but it does move along. Like 15-minute levels. Hour left until late reg is over. We're getting there. We got both short stacks at the table right to the left and right of us, which is actually a very good spot to be in. Not when they go all in and we don't have a hand, but there will be a lot more situations for us to get bounties than other players at the table. Was very nice of those pocket sevens to suck out versus the 10s that I can pick up the 25 bucks. It's really funny too when you're like down in a session like this and you're just running like shit. Getting like any cash back just feels so good. It's like, oh, I didn't lose $800 today. Now I only lost $770 or $780. Great. I think I should be opening here. Especially with this guy sitting out. Yeah, taking the blinds. I'm telling you, this small V pit, man, it is getting so many folds when I raise. Jimbo Slice. I like the name, man. That's sick. What's good, dude? It's all good. We're chilling. We're chilling. We're single tabling, but we're chilling. Playing the biggest bounty king of the week. Actually have a pretty good stack and a bounty locked up, so what's not to like? Got a bunch of chads in the YouTube watching me play. It's great. You guys are all legends. And girls, if there's girls out there. Don't want to discriminate. Love the female viewers, which make up like 1% of my viewers. The YouTube analytics like shows a lot of demographics, and yeah, it's mostly dudes watching this. Hate to say it, but it's the truth. This is going to be such a tight 3-bet range here. This guy just doesn't 3-bet, and especially versus a tight opener. Like, I don't know what... Normally, like, raise 3-bet call in these positions, it could be like a... GTO-wise, it's like, they got lots of hands in their range. When it's like this tight player versus this player that never 3-bets, I'm thinking it's like, this guy's got ace-king, this guy's got... Like... I can't even think. Like pocket 10s. Someone had something. Jack 9 suited in the small blind. This is my favorite hand, especially the spade variety. The issue is that there are shoving stacks in the button and the big blind. And we don't want to go all in with this hand. Ooh. The pot odds, man. Alright, I am gonna call, but it feels like I'm gonna have to look the spot up after. Like on these stack depths, because I don't know. I don't know if this should be like a fold, a 3-bet call off the big blind, a call. Like it feels like all options are potential here. But we call and do not hit the flop I was looking for. I definitely have a calling range from the small blind here. Like, I'm gonna call with like 5s, 4s, 6s, 7s. And I feel like suited connecting hands are in there as well. Looks like the river 9 probably would have been good. Unless this is a trap. But that feels like a bluff to me. Feels like an ace queen that's trying to take it down. He does take it down. Ace 2 off. Not the hand I like to see. Do you actually live in Israel? No, I've never lived in Israel. I've visited Israel many times, but I don't live there. I just have the flag. I mean, obviously, there's a lot going on globally right now with Israel. There has been for the last year. I'm a hardcore Zionist. Heavily support the state of Israel and its right to exist and defend itself. So that's why I rep the flag. Because, you know, poker's fun and all, but there's some important things going on in the world. And, it's important to show support. And if you couldn't tell, I am a member of the tribe. You couldn't tell by this mop on my head. Yeah, Israel's a great place. Love visiting there. I've been there 5 times, I think, in my life. It is hard to visit because the flight is over 12 hours from Toronto. So it's quite a commitment to get out there. But yeah, great country. This is another spot where like ranges are just so nutted. Jamaica's like, the thing with this guy, which is kind of funny, is if I don't know if you other people picked up on it, but when he had pocket queens, he open raised the 3 big blinds, and now he's open raising the 2 big blinds. So like, it's just such a tell that he does not have queens or better here. But like, I still don't think this is a 3-bet bluff ever. I think this is just super tight, like ace king jacks plus. Pocket 6s. Decent. I don't really want Nini to shove. It puts us in a tough spot. If I raise an Iggs Cole shoves, I will call it off. They definitely are a player that can shove light-ish in this situation, and obviously like tons of overcards shove. But they call, which was unexpected. I don't think you should really have a calling range. 15 bigs. Wheeljack versus hijack does not make sense. But now we got a flop of 6. No problem. We can do it. Wow, the 3-bet comes in again. This guy's going ham, but like, this isn't a bluff. There's no way. He must just be dealt heat. All right, folding. I was like, is TM gonna 3-bet this again? And he does. He goes a monster size. 15 bigs? That's huge. It's essentially an all-in. Like, it's a third of a stack, so I don't know. Or maybe not. No, he was starting on a little deeper. I don't know. It's a weird spot. That's looking like showers for the ace-jack, unless a diamond comes. I do have one of the outs. No diamond. Ace-10 suited in the big blind. It's pretty good. Mostly going to be a defend here. Yeah, definitely defending this. We want to see the flop with the suited ace. Flop the gutter ball. The issue is they could have a lot of nutted hands on this board. And the issue with this gut shot is that, like, let's say I call and hit the king. Like, they could have king, queen, queen, jack that we're drawing dead against. No diamonds. I mean, it's a nitty fold. But it's just a real tough board. Trevor. Yeah, man, cat's out of the bag. Cat's out of the bag. Man, it's crazy. Like, this guy TM has been playing super aggro. Yeah, I love Fireball Whiskey. Emphasis on the ball. No, I don't speak Hebrew, unfortunately. I can read Hebrew. But I don't know what I'm reading. I just know how to sound out the letters. I can also read Hebrew, like, really poorly. It takes me a while to sound it out. But I went to Hebrew school. I learned the letters. I learned the sounds they make. Pocket fives. Alright, set mining here. And this is a fun spot, because, like, I can call here, and if Eggs Cole shoves, I can call off. I can back call. Assuming Jamaica decides to fold, but, like, he snap jammed, which is kind of nuts. Hoping, praying Jamaica finds a fold here. But if he rips her in, I have to fold. Question is, what if Jamaica finds a call? No, he rips it. And he has ace-jack suited. And ace-3 off is such a bad all-in. Such a bad all-in. Really wish I went with the fives here, but versus a 30 big blind shove from UTG, I do not think I'm allowed to call off with fives. Alright, this is kind of a cool table to be moved to, because I've got 40 bigs, and everybody else is 20 or below except for this guy. So this could be a really good spot to apply some pressure and get some bounties. Not fun to be back in the big blind so soon. But is what it is. That's another open off that stack, not defending. I mean, I said it was a nutted open, did I not? Do I know my opponents or do I know them? Alright, similar situations before. 2.5 bigs, $25 bounty on the line. Show me ace king again. 9-3. Can't get the dream twice in a row. Interesting flat here. You would think most of the range that wants to get involved 3 bets. Wow, and he calls the 3-bet. And then open rips the jam. Or the flop. What? This is a really weird hand. What the heck? 5-2 offsuit. Whoa, that was a weird play from everyone involved. I actually, like, understand the flop rip because there's a big side pot to play for. And he did pick up equity on that flop. I don't know. I don't know what kind of just happened there. Definitely outside of my breadth. Alright, folds to us, so we gotta open. It's a raise fold. Greeny, unfortunately, is gonna have tons of jams here, but I still have to raise fold this spot. Give me the bad news, Greeny. Rip her in. I will fold. $50 bounty, I didn't even realize that kind of makes me almost incentivized to call now. 12 bigs. My note on this player is to call them light because they shove light, but king 9 off. This is the bottom of my open range here. I'm not gonna deviate. I'm gonna raise fold, but that's annoying given I know this player just shoves so much of their range. But are they shoving worse than king 9 there? I don't think so. Hey, Poker Drummer, thank you, man. Alright, definitely chipping down in this tournament. 43k here. Haven't been pretty card dead. Just been having like situations where I have to min raise slash defend and then fold post. Let's find a hand to double. The classic Captain Can limping under the gun. Yeah, very, very card dead. I've not scooped a pot since I raised King 8 and got a bunch of folds. Alright, big blind hand, let's see it. Ugh. Card dead. Give me a hand. Wow, the ace-5 suited versus kings. Wow, what a suck out. What a board. Kings just... it gets worse and worse for kings on every street. Gross spot. Still card dead. I have a weird feeling that this $50 bounty is coming to me. Probably shouldn't be saying that when this player is in a hand and could bust before I get the chance, but I got that weird feeling. It's a big bounty. It's a short stack. Feels like it should be mine. Might have been if I called with King 9 offsuit there. Oh boy. He's gonna be knocked out here. Wow. Can't believe he's good when he rips 8s there. But the jack does hit on the river. See it, greenie. Alright, I spoke too soon. I jinxed it. The $50 ain't mine. Oof. Sitting here waiting for a hand. And we shall continue to wait. Alright, 2 minutes till break. And then next hour we'll get to the end of late reg and hopefully find a spot to double up, scoop some bounties, and make it deep in this thing. That's the other thing about poker too. It's like you're always, as like a long-term winner, you know, like playing poker in general is profitable, but the sessions that don't go well, which is actually majority of the sessions, right? Like as a tournament grinder, the way you make money as a tournament grinder is you have like 70% of your sessions you lose money, and then 30% you like make a boatload of money. So for those 70% sessions, it's just like, ugh, I just spent all this time playing so that I could lose money. What a waste. Wish I didn't play. But it's all worth it for those binks. Like I got 2 Sundays ago, that 8K Sunday. What is my biggest win? I've had like a couple wins that have been comparable. If you watch my biggest win ever YouTube video, that's one of them. I scooped, I think, like 13K from one $50 tournament. That's kind of like what got me to grind more consistently and take the game more seriously. I was like, holy shit, I just turned $50 into 13,000. Like, there's something to this. So yeah, I think that was the biggest one. I also played a 1K high roller and got third in that, and that was another like 15K-ish score, but I had some staking for that, so it wasn't all me. That video is also on my channel. I believe it's called Dominating the Super High Roller. And so yeah, in terms of just like pure cash, I believe the third place in the high roller was my biggest one for 15K. But in personal profit, it was the $50 Ontario Millions that I turned into 13K. And like 2 Sundays ago, I had an 8K session. I've had a couple sessions where I've won like 5-6 grand. But yeah, nothing life-changing yet. Still waiting on the life-changing score, which could happen this year. You never know. I'm gonna be working super hard on improving my game, learning a bunch of different spots that I don't know, and just getting better in general at the standard plays. And then it's all going to be culminated by a trip to Vegas next summer to play in the World Series of Poker. I have never done that before in my life. It has always been a dream of mine ever since I learned about this game. So I decided that this year is the year. I've got 43K in profits. It's not my full-time profession, so it's not like if I lose my bankroll, it's not the end of the world. And I want to play the main event, so I'm doing it. So look out for the Big D in the 10K WSOP main event this summer, because I will be playing it one way or another. So maybe that'll be my biggest score ever. I mean, if I min cash that tournament, it'll already be like tied for the biggest cash I've ever gotten. So yeah, that would be sick. Definitely gonna run that one as far as I can take it. And ideally, I satellite in one of these online qualifiers for like $100. And then the bankroll is safe and they get to play the main event. Wow. Whoa, what is this hand? Finds a bluff on the river and gets heroed by 6s. Alright, on break. Thanks everyone who's been chilling with me so far. It's been a fun time. I think we're having a good time. Be back in 5. Yo, 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 what's up? Oh man, loving the questions in the chat here. Happy to oblige with some answers. How old am I? I'm 30 years old. I just turned 30 this year. It was a big year for me. I turned 30 and got married all in the same summer. All in the same week, actually. So yeah. And what do I do next to poker? Currently, I am a software engineer. That's what I studied in university. Got this nice little ring on my finger that shows I'm an engineer. That's what we do in Canada when you graduate engineering school. And I work for a big trucking company as a software systems administrator. Pretty boring stuff. But yeah, pays decently. Allowed me to have a bit of a starting bankroll so I can get involved in poker. So happy with the current situation. Not sure what I want to do with like the rest of my life. I'm thinking of maybe changing paths. Doing poker full time would be awesome, but it's also not the most feasible career path when you know, you got dependents. I got a wife, gonna be having kids in the near future. Gotta have that stable income. But this will always be a passion of mine. Gonna be playing this game for the rest of my life. And who is my poker idol? Oh, that's tough. I got like, it's a very stock answer, but I think I have to say Daniel Negreanu. And there's a couple reasons for it. One, he like popularized the small ball style, which I just took a liking to right away. I'm like, oh wow, this is so much fun. Like, it lets you play more hands, and he did it so well. He's such like a exuberant, like outgoing, friendly guy, and it's kind of like he's like very outgoing, and that's my personality as well. So I definitely resonate with how he acts a lot. And the cherry on top is I actually met D-Negs when he came to Toronto for the WSOP at the Toronto Casino, and I played the main event the same day as Negreanu. I went, he was like super busy, he was being bombarded by press and fans, and he was trying to get to his seat to play the tournament. And then I was like, hey Daniel, I'm a fan, I want to take a picture. And he was so nice, so friendly, like so accommodating, just took the time. And yeah, he's like one of the few celebrities where it's like he looks like he's a chill, fun, nice guy online, and then you meet him in person and he is a chill, fun, nice guy. So I feel like he's a very good person to have as a hero. So yeah, shout out to D-Negs, man. What a legend. And he's from Toronto. Oh shit, was there no sound on that break video? Ugh, I'm gonna have to fix that. Some weird stuff going on with OBS today. Well, we'll see if we even make it to next break. Jacob, let's hope you will win the main event. Your mouth to God's ears, my friend. I can tell you, if I win the main event, I'll be doing poker full time. That's for sure. That's a lot of money. And fame, too. Like, just like being a main event champion, all the notoriety it comes with, and like the sponsorships, I'm sure. That sets you up for life. I feel like if you're like a serious poker player and you are actually able to build like somewhat of a bankroll, at some point in your life, you gotta take a shot in the main. It's like a rite of passage for every poker player. All right, 25 big blind stack. Pretty easy to play this stack. Like when the SPR gets low, which is stack to pot ratio, you're not making it too far in the hand usually. Like if I'm 3-betting pre, it's gonna be all in on the flop. Even if it's just like min raise call, we're probably gonna be getting close to all in by the turn if it gets there. So straightforward poker. We're looking for good hands with good equity to get involved so that we can double up. I don't know what this slow roll is here. Like this guy 3-bets to 10.8, now he's tanking for 5 more bigs. I just don't understand this. Like I understand if you're multi-tabling or whatever, but I don't think that's what this is. I laugh my ass off if the aces get shown here. The king, it is the aces. It's a slow roll. Oh, give him a jack. Give him a jack. He deserves it. I hate it when people slow roll. It's such a dick move, man. I'm even gonna try to pronounce that username. E-I-J-I-M. I'm gonna call you Q. Loving the questions. What was your starting bankroll? Initially I didn't really have a starting bankroll. I was just like kind of playing. I learned about poker by playing like home games with my buddies. We just played like $10 cash games. And I just loved it and got really sickening with it and took it way too far and started studying. And so when I started playing online, I was playing like $2 and $5 tournaments. I was actually also playing like free rolls. I would enter those PokerStar free rolls that were like if you win you get like $5. I would grind the hell out of those. And then like anytime I would get like $30 in my account, I would just like play like $2, $3, $5 tournaments. And then I can't, oh yeah, so like I was playing that. I was definitely a super losing player at the beginning, so I think I went down like 3k when I was like grinding those like probably $10 tournaments. And then what's really funny is my first big score, I was at a cottage with my friends, and I was normally playing like $10 tournaments, but I saw this like $55 tournament that had a huge guarantee, and I literally was just like, fuck it, I'm entering. And I ran like God, got final table in like a field of over 2,000 entrants, turned $55 into over $5 grand US, and that was the bankroll. After that, I took the 5k and I just started playing, and that was, I think, 3-4 years ago now. I don't know, but here we are, 43k of profit. All right, I think I could jam this, but suited, I'm not going to. I'm gonna be defending. Really shitty flop. Checks back and the ace on the turn. This is definitely a spot to check. Check call for sure. The button range is not going to have as many like nutted ace-x, so I'm not too concerned about being outkicked. They could definitely have some club draws like king, queen of clubs, maybe even a jack that check back. But we call. All the draws miss on the river. Hoping for a check back. We're good here. Yeah, nice. Man, I'm trying to keep up with these questions. You guys are keeping me on my toes. How can I ever hope to be as large as you? I mean, normally I would say it's impossible, but coming from you, I think you got it. All right, this is a jam, blind versus blind. Could call off light. We cover for the bounty. Good luck. Nice. Happy to take the blinds. How many tables do you play at the same time? I usually play 6 tables. That's where I'm comfortable. So like you'll see like I'll have like $600 buy-ins usually, and I'll rebuy a couple of them. That's why my Sunday sessions I usually end up having like $1,000 in buy-ins. But yeah, like if I actually wanted to be like a full profitable tournament grinder, I should be playing more. Like the real super pros play like 12 tables, even like 16. But I find it so hard to pay attention to more than 6 tables. I've done 7 a few times, and like literally just adding that one extra table feels hectic. So I think what I gotta do is just get better at this game, get more comfortable with these automatic spots. And then maybe I'll be able to add more tables. Yeah, I think I talked about the starting bankroll. Lost about like 3 grand when I was grinding micro stakes. Got a big 5k score, and then built that up to what we got now, 43k. Best advice for playing tournaments like the main event with longer and deeper stacks. Yeah, it's interesting because online poker is so different from live, like long level poker, especially with like the rebuy structure and how easy it is to click buttons. Like there's so many spots that change. I would say get aggressive, get very aggressive in the deep stack live poker, because people post flop, people fold a lot, and try to play hands that would make the nuts more than like, you know, just strong high cards. Like if you're playing super deep stacked and you're 3-betting, it's much better to 3-bet a hand like 9-10 suited or like ace-5 suited than it is to do it with like ace-10 offsuit, because you want potential. Like when you're deep stack, people just play more hands and get to the flop more, so you want hands that can make the nuts. And it is kind of just like any other tournament though. Just gotta play solid, know your stack depths, know what range you should play at which stack depth, and just take the emotion out of it, man. You see a spot, you think it's good, go with it and close your eyes and pray. There's nothing else you can do. I have had a few really good scores in live poker. But yeah, there's definitely a different feeling to it, because you're physically there, like you're looking people in the face. Your heart's racing when you're bluffing, and yeah, whole different game in my opinion. All right, just been like chilling and chatting with you guys, but in the meantime, I am chipping up a bit. Back up to 54k, 34 bigs. I think that's also like part of the winning strategy, is to not get too like emotionally invested in the tables you're playing. I almost like being a little distracted and just kind of autopiloting for a lot of hands, because then I'm not like sweating the decisions. I'm just playing how it should be played. Yeah, poker, I gotta say, like, over everything, poker is a psychologically tormenting game. If you can get past the psychological aspect of like not tilting and just playing the best you can in all situations, I don't even think you need that much strategy. I just think you're gonna crush. Like, obviously you gotta know what you're doing, you gotta do a bit of studying and know which hands are good in which situations. But man, this is just a pure mental game. Gotta keep your cool. And I'm still not at the point where I keep my cool. Like, I had a losing session last Sunday. By the way, I did play that $1,500 bracelet event last Sunday and was gonna stream it and didn't end up doing it. So apologize to anyone that was waiting there, because I'm still getting used to the YouTube streaming. Like, I started a broadcast and then I didn't end it for like hours. So if anyone was like sitting there waiting for the broadcast to start that never started, I'm sorry. That was a flub. But yeah, back to the point. I played that 1500. I played it terribly. Probably because it was a $1,500 buy-in and I was freaking out about it. And yeah, I was like depressed. I was devastated. I was pissed off. So yeah, mental stability, that is the name of the game. You thought I was 20? Yeah. I get that a lot. I got a baby face. Should work out well for me in the long run. (7-2) offsuit. I know Trevor would want to play this. But that's why Trevor is larger than I. The only man on Earth. Bigger. Alright, blinds are up again. We're back at our 25 big stack. Unfortunately getting dealt garbage, but look at these stacks here. 9 bigs, 8.5. I cover everyone at the table except for 2 players. Like, this is a very exciting high equity situation here. And the best way to approach these situations is just like go with it, man. Like, don't overthink it. It's like the Occam Razors theory. Like, don't assume that your opponents know what you know and that they're gonna be like fucking with you. Just play straightforward, man. Take your good hands, get it in, try and scoop the bounties. Yeah, I made a promise to myself when I started playing. Well, after I got that like first big win in poker, I promised myself that I would never play poker unless I was playing with my winnings. So that's what I've been doing, and I've been staying true to it. So all this 43k bankroll is all pure poker profits. Did not come from anywhere else. Obviously, the initial source was like the 3 grand I put in. But yeah, after I got that score and I was profitable, refused to go below 0, and I still refuse. Like, if I go on some horrible mental break and some terrible run and I lose all 43 grand, I'm no longer playing poker. And I think it's a good motivating way to approach the game. You hear about pros that are like super talented at the game and then they just blow their like $1 million bankroll because they get too confident or too cocky, play too high above their stake. I don't want that. I love the game too much. I want to keep playing. I think we've done a pretty good job of navigating this Bounty King so far. How do you handle downswings? I struggle with those. Yeah, Trevor, man. I'm not gonna have like the perfect answer for you. Downswings are tough to deal with. The best advice I can give is try not to sweat it. Like, if you're always playing a small percentage of your bankroll, it's not going to be that big of a deal. So always do proper bankroll management so that the downswing doesn't like actually affect you financially. And just try to, instead of like being tilted and upset that things aren't going well, try to learn from the mistakes you're making otherwise. Like obviously there's like, you get it all in with aces pre-flop and lose to kings, like that's not a mistake you made. But you know, maybe there was a situation earlier in the tournament where you played poorly that caused you to be all in and covered, whereas you would still be all in with the aces, but if you played better earlier, maybe you have a bigger stack and you survived the bad beat. So that's kind of just the way to think about it. And I don't care how good you are, I don't care if you're Daniel Negreanu, there is not a single person on the planet that plays a perfect poker tournament. So there is always room for improvement, even when you're running like pure trash. Like look at this, ace king suited versus aces, classic cooler. It just is what it is, man. That's poker. Yeah, I've heard about coin poker. I might check that out. Percentage of getting bad beat such cooler on GG Poker is higher than live. I know it feels that way, but I have to disagree. Variance is just variance, man. And there's something called confirmation bias, where if you, like, your brain is gonna remember the bad beats way more than the ones where you hold. Like you get all in aces versus fives and your aces hold, like that's not gonna stick out in your mind. But when you get all in aces versus fives and the 20% hits and the 5 hits, you're gonna remember that one. It's gonna hurt. You're gonna remember that for a while. So it definitely can feel like there's more bad beats, but there just isn't. I have seen some disgusting runouts in live poker. I actually think I had the worst beat of my life in live poker. I remember the hand. It was the second hand of I was playing like this $300 deep stack. It was the second hand of the tournament. I got pocket threes. Whatever, went for the set 9 on the button something. It was like three-way to the flop. Flop was like king 5-3, right? Flop bottom set, beautiful. Initial aggressor. Oh, I think I got a fold here. Yeah, I can't bounty hunt this wide. Anyway, the initial aggressor bet out, and obviously I have a set, and it was multi-way, and there was a flush draw on the board, so I raise, and we were like 200 big blinds deep or something, super early in the tourney, and guy folds, initial aggressor immediately 4-bet jams, and like I'm not folding a set, right? So I call the all-in. He's got king 10 offsuit. Just top pair shit kicker and rips 200 blinds into like, I don't know how much, like 40 or something. Like it was a ridiculous shove with king 10 off. The turn was a 10 and the river was a 10. He went runner, bigger full house. When I looked up the spot after, it was, I think I had 98.9% equity and he had obviously like whatever, like 1.1. Yeah, disgusting. And that was live poker, so be careful about the confirmation bias. It's honestly been pretty nice single tabling and like talking with the chat, because I feel like if I had 6-7 tables going, I would be way too distracted to actually interact with you guys. And this is like only my second ever YouTube stream, so yeah, it's nice getting the feet wet. It's fun too. It's fun just like chilling, talking to random people, hearing about poker stuff, talking poker, talking life, while we have a nice poker game going in the background. It is good times, man. Ooh, pocket jacks. First premium in quite a while. This is interesting because chip leader raising, like, I obviously could just rip this, but I could also trap. I do think I want to find traps with aces and kings more than jacks, because jacks needs the protection. So yeah, I'm just gonna rip. But with the shoving stacks, a trap wouldn't be the worst play. But I think I would do it with kings aces, not jacks. So good luck. We're all in here in the bounty king. No snap call is great, and he is thinking about it. Let's see a call with tens, please. Calls. What are we up against? Tens! Hold! No, man, don't do it to me. Ugh, we found the dream spot. Got destroyed. Show me a jack. Something blue. Jack of diamonds. Nope. Oh, man. What the fuck? Well, that's how it goes sometimes. 80-20. It's so funny because I was just talking about how online poker doesn't have more bad beats, and then I just get brutally beaten in 80-20. Alright, GG. Terrible, terrible session. $25 cash from $800 of buy-ins. Really bad, unlucky session. But sometimes that's how it goes. Alright, so I'm gonna call it there. Might as well update the bankroll because it did get 25 bucks back. So we're at 43,120 now. All right. Fun times. Appreciate everyone watching. This is really fun chilling. Had a good time, and next Sunday, let's fucking hope we run a little better.